Today we're going to take the Lauten LA-220 and the Dachman 87se, and we're going to compare them without any other commentary. We're just going to talk into them, and you can decide which one you like better. Stick around.
From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemcoff.
All right, whatever you do, do not tell your friends, your family, your coworkers, your next-door neighbor, or even your dog that you just watched a video about double fisting mics to prove a point, because it's going to give them the wrong idea. So let's just call this a side-by-side handheld comparison. The Lauten LA-220 and the Dachman 87se, and hopefully you can tell the difference between which one I'm talking to by which one is directly in front of my mouth. So the LA-220 and the Dachman 87se are very different sounding mics, as you can hear. The Dachman 87se, as the name implies, has an 87-ish character. It's a clone of a vintage U87 microphone. That's what it's called, a microphone. And the Lauten LA-220 really is doing its own thing. It's got a much more open sound than a U87, much more neutral sound. It doesn't have that mid-forward push. But the vintage character of the Dachman 87se is definitely on display, and the more modern sound of the Lauten LA-220 is quite easy to discern. I think even on a phone speaker, you should be able to hear the difference. So I don't really think there's one better than the other. I think they're two completely different tools. One's a Phillips head screwdriver, and the other one is a flathead screwdriver. Or you can say this one is a Torx wrench, and this one is a frozen dachshund. I mean, you could really basically say they're two different things. But the Dachman 87se, while it has the 87 sound characteristic, and I think it does an excellent job of capturing that mojo of the 87 sound without the tragedy of the 87 price tag. It doesn't have any extra features. It's just a microphone that you talk into. You plug it in, put on phantom power, you talk into it. There you go. There's no pad. There's no filter. There is no pattern switching. The Lauten LA-220 has a couple of features to it. It has the high-pass filter, which I will enable here. It has a low-pass filter, which I will enable here. And, those are to help you find the best sound in a compromised space, in a room, like an untreated room. Not necessarily something you might need in a booth, but something you might need in a bedroom or some other place you may be recording. And the Dachman 87se, if you wanted to do any sort of filtering to that sound, you would have to do it all like either while tracking through your preamp or your whatever, or, in post with plugins and stuff. So, they are different mics. They do, again, occupy the same kind of price range. Is one better than the other? I really wouldn't say so. Again, they're different tools for, basically different types of use. You could use both of them for VO. I really like the sound of the Dachman 87se for all the stuff that I'm using an 87 for, which is a lot of stuff. And I really like the sound of the LA-220 as my travel rig mic, because I think now I feel a lot more confident, having used it while traveling, that I can get a good sound in pretty much any environment. So there you go. I know that a bunch of you have wanted to see me compare them side by side, and here you go. So which one do you like better? Or, I know that's how it goes. I don't have a preference. I think they're both really great tools. But, which one do you like better? All right. Let me know in the comments. All right. Until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemcoff, fading to black.